Welcome to the Spirit and Soul Healing Podcast. I'm Amy Sikarskie, Master Energy Therapist, channeler, mentor, and friend. I'm so happy to connect. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hi, friends. Happy day and happy new year. Here we are, the middle of January, and things are moving and flowing, and the energy is so bright. I have had so many behind the scenes experiences and a lot of updates and messages from Spirit to share. I invite you to today's episode and ask that if you're enjoying the podcast, please share with a friend. Give thumbs up, subscribe, sparkles, stars, all all the love on whatever platform you're listening on. So it's been such a wonderful opportunity of late to connect with community and to feel the love of Spirit. There's been so many ebbs and flows of time where I'm feeling like really social and have a lot of outpouring energy and a lot of energy to channel and share. And then times of cocooning in and healing and just sitting in silence. How amazing. When is the last time you sat in silence? You know, my husband and I were talking about this a few nights ago because we were reading, it was quiet, and it's a rare occurrence when we're together. We're always like joking around, just having the best time. And I'm like, it's so quiet. Are you cool with that? He's like, absolutely. And I was like, oh, my kind of man. So, when was the last time you had a space of silence, solo or with a friend, with a partner? Because if you didn't know, silence is actually the healing sound for the crown chakra. And in that space of silence, it's when we let the light just, flow around, be present, immerse, hold us in a cocooning space. It's when we can connect in with our soul and with the frequencies of spirit and all of the love around. So it's a great space to give our minds a break too from the constant input and projections and influx of information. And if you're empathic, if you're psychic, if you are one who can telepathically read energy, then you definitely will benefit from breaks of stillness and silence. So that has been a really wonderful part of my holiday time and self care. And now we're going to get into all the fun information and shares that I have, the opportunities and offers to share with you. So, first of all, I am behind with the podcast. There's so many pieces of information and new activities happening. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, you can do so at amysikarskie.com. Scroll all the way down, put yourself on the newsletter, or you can go to spiritschoolonline.com, subscribe to any of the free meditations, or join the newsletter straight from there, and you will be up to date. You can also find me on Instagram. I've started to post a little on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, come on and let's connect because I'm definitely newer or getting, everything flowing again on TikTok and on YouTube. So on social, if you've been following me, you're probably getting some of the updates. But if not, you'll want to sign up for the newsletter for sure. So I want to share something super exciting and then give you a little backstory. So I'm going to give you the exciting part first. I will be in Los Angeles, California for the Conscious Life Expo. I will be sharing a booth with my friend Helen Flynn, booth 153. So come and find us if you are in town, if you're at the expo, let's meet. I'm so excited. I'm getting on a plane. I'm flying. I'm going to be there for a few days. I would love to meet you. If you're local, come on to the expo. And if not, and you're looking for a reason to escape and get to some warm, sunshiny weather, meet me in LA. The expo will be February 20th to the 22nd, and I will be there all 3 days. And if I'm not at the booth, I'm just taking a mini break. You'll find me. I'm there. So I will be there all 3 days. And I'm also going to be one of the speakers, and I will be channeling in person the Council of Light. I'm so excited. So I cannot wait to share this opportunity with you and with all of the new connections. If you know me, and would like to come and like meet up and show your support, I am a million percent welcoming that love and support from familiar energies and friends. And even if we haven't met yet in person or in a session or at the school, I would love to, because kindred hearts and soul spirits, like we recognize each other, and it would just mean the world to connect with you in LA. So I want to share a little bit of my background here. Okay, buckle up. So a few months ago, I got an email invitation to share a booth with Helen. And the second I read it, like I just opened it, and like there were words popping off the screen. I was like, oh my goodness, whoa. And with it was so much energy. So I've heard of the expo. I've heard of big like gatherings, and you see people that are like on social media going to these places, and people I noticed that will be at the expo that I haven't really like followed on social, but I'm going back like over a decade ago. Maybe I was on their newsletter at one time before my email changed. And I was just like, you know what? There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of energy here. Spirit, what's going on? Because when I opened the email, I already knew I was going to say yes. And I knew it was a level up, and I knew I had to work through some like questions that I had. I could feel the energy in my tummy, like the butterflies, and then I could feel the palpitation at my heart. And it was kind of like I just opened this packet of information, like a program download, and I was like a computer, all the computer sounds like do 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 do, trying to read and analyze, and had a nice little conversation with my team. And I was like, wow, you don't say, because this is not something I would have gone venturing out and looking for. And I'm like, okay, I've always kind of told Spirit that for the most part, when I get an offer, if they bring it to me, then I'm like, yes. If it's in alignment, I'm like, yes. And I knew that was going to be the case. So I let Helen know. I was like, yes, I will join. And at that point, they were pretty full because the expo books like year in advance, I think, and it's huge. It's the biggest expo of this kind. So they're going on their 24th year, and they average about 30,000 people coming through. Just sit with that for a hot second. Yeah. So, okay, like talk about a lot of energy, a lot of people, a lot of spirit energy. So I was like, oh my gosh, Council, are you for real? And they're like, yep, let's do it. So it's been a few months since I've been aware. And now we're flowing and we're sharing the information. And I'm so excited. And as I signed up, and there was just like an opportunity to be there and be at the booth. And some of the other things that were available were already booked out. And one being to be a speaker. So I was like, that's okay, Helen, you speak, girl. I will be there all day supporting you, hearing you speak, cheering you on. Like, yeah, go, Helen, because she's speaking on Friday. I'm speaking on Saturday. I'm speaking Saturday at 2 p.m. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm like working through my butterflies still. Seriously. I was like, I just need to prepare myself for the energy. Don't even think about putting me on stage. What's that all about? So here we go. So here we're flowing forward in time. I don't know when she invited me. I'm gonna guess. Yes, it was August. It was August. Yep. So then in December, I get this message from my guides, the Council of Light, and they're like, they're like, Amy, there's gonna be somebody dropping out last minute. And so, of course, like in my mind, I'm seeing myself like in California. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be crazy for the, people putting this on, the organizers, that if somebody dropped out as a speaker for like at the last minute, I thought maybe they would get sick or something like the weekend. And I was like, oh, I could channel because I mean, while there's some preparation, like I don't need that long because it's the council speaking. And so they're like, contact them and let them know that if somebody, drops out, if there's a spot that comes open, that you're willing and able and would love to support the expo. I was like, yeah, you got it. Cool. Okay. So if you know me, I usually need to get like a message 3 times or a couple weeks before I act on it. This was pretty fast. I think I heard him twice. And so, like, within 48 hours or something, it feels that fast. I don't recall exactly. I sent them an email. And the next week she was like, "Hey, we did have somebody just drop out. We'd love to have you." And they already put me on. So, like, on the website and putting it through to print on the flyer or the program. Yeah. So I was like, wow, that happened fast. I was like, oh my gosh, that happened fast. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And this is the Council of Light. They want to chat. They have something to share, and they're so excited, and I'm excited. They asked for a title, and it was like some beautiful, spiritual, elegant title. And then at the end, they said, "and social souls." And I was like, what is that about? So I have an idea, but I'm just going to let them bring the message through while we are there. So they have something to share for all of us light workers, and especially those listening and those that'll be at the expo, and all of you that are here. So my goal is to record it. Wish me luck. Cross your fingers with me. I'm looking for a videographer in LA. If you have one, if you are one, let me know. I'm putting my feelers out to see if I can't get a videographer to videotape it and then or record. Come on, girl. We're not like in the 80s, right? The 90s. Videotape. That's so funny. I'm aging myself, but y'all probably most of you are right there with me. So yeah, to record. And so my goal is to like share it after. But wanting to share that was so exciting to get the news. It all happened so quickly. And I'm ready and I'm willing, and let's do this. So here we kind of went back to the month of August. And now let's fast forward to October. And prior to October, so I also knew about this opportunity in August, tons of energy. And my awesome friend, Karen Bell, she was channeling at Gaia Studios, Gaia Sphere in Boulder, Colorado. And I was like, I have to go. Like, I just love her so much. And I want to meet up with her. She's in Canada. So, like an international friend, when they come to the States, I will do what I can. Let's make it happen. So, this was my first time at any Gaia event. And I think I've watched a couple of things on Gaia like maybe 5 years ago, but I haven't really. So, it was such a great opportunity to meet people there. I even knew some people from online. I got to meet them in person. It was really cool in the audience. Hung out with Karen the day before, and just like immersed in all of the amazing channeling. So Mateus was there, and Lee Carroll with Cryon. We had Theo who comes through, Sheila. We had Daryl Anka bringing Bashar through, Karen Bell with Sarai. Hope I'm not forgetting anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll feel bad if I did. But it was so beautiful. And I was grateful because I had this vision of myself sitting really close to the stage, and I got third row. So I was like, thank you, Spirit. I really appreciate you. I felt so blessed. And it's such a different experience. Like, we all have the experience, like receiving and being present, and participants and receiving the energy from channelers, but I haven't for a while. So that was amazing. I was so grateful. I have gone to a couple of cryons in San Antonio when I lived there, which is around my big awakening. So that would have been like 2010, 2011, I think, like that time, and even worked one of the events there. And it was amazing. It was really fun. Like, that's kind of what got me into it. But I haven't been to any other I don't think I'd been to any other event like that in person. So it was quite wonderful to receive the energy. And that was another huge burst of light. And I got so many messages. And one of the messages from multiple channelers was saying that, the earth could use more channelers. Like if you're a channeler and you have a message to channel through, if you, in any way, we all have gifts. So they're definitely calling us all for to use our gifts. And, it was just sitting with me at that moment because I, at that point, was not channeling at the expo. There wasn't even the opportunity available. But I feel like every little breadcrumb, every little step, like prepares and brings it through. And that's how my team works. They know that's how I work. I have to take little bites and process it and analyze. Like I'm very much that kind of a person. I need to make sure it feels right and I get all my questions answered. And so here we are. So that was a beautiful experience. And moreover, just feeling all the love in the room and like this unified connection, heart, mind, spirit, soul from everybody was quite, quite beautiful. So that was October. It was wonderful. And it also fell in alignment with the timing where the Council of Light has been asking, just getting that prompting to get back into a stronger connection with them. And if you've known me, I used to channel them in two different community groups that I led over the years. But then when I moved, I went into healing, cocoon mode, earth mode. My most recent group, we closed that down. And then I did a lot of healing the first year I was here, along with the retreat in Sedona, which I already had that planned. It was amazing. And then I just felt called to like heal my nervous system and pull more light in. There's the integration phase. So I've cut back at that point, I cut back on sessions and just paced myself, right? Well, since living here, it's been 2.5 years since the move. And I've been working, I've been doing quite a bit, but also taking a lot of time. And when I started channeling again in October, oh my gosh, it was coming in really fast and easier. I didn't know, but it's like the energy. I definitely could feel the upgrades. My team's been working with me. So the connection is clearer, it's crisp, it's like high octane. It's the only way to describe it. So I shared a message from the Council of Light here on the podcast and at YouTube and at Spirit School from Denver. I think I listed it Denver, Colorado, and my friend Brittany and Aaron's house with their daughter Emma. And it was so beautiful because the whole message started to revolve around Emma. And they answered all the questions before they were asked. I didn't know the questions, but they were written down. And also, we had a really beautiful surprise where they messed with some electronics and it was a direct message. And then they described what it was all about. But hold on, let me rewind. The council didn't mess with the electronics. Emma's guides did. And then they described what it was about, and it was so wonderful. But that was really fun, and it brought a lot of joy to my heart again. And I already knew like I would be channeling more back in August. I was feeling it coming through. So, meaning like for groups, because I did and I currently channel one on one if you'd like a session with the council. So, I encourage y'all to listen to that episode. It talks about how we can help the youth of our time, and specifically, it's the young adults, like the age of my children and Brittany and Aaron's children. So, it was really talking about helping them, ways we can help them with all the shifts on the planet, especially when it comes to systems and the healthcare system. And it was really, really lovely. So that was back in October. You can catch that hour-long episode, and there's so much deep wisdom in it. So I appreciated that so much. And then we have now started where I'm channeling the council every month at Spirit School. So if you want to join, I'd love for you to. And if you've seen any of the clips on social, they're highlights from our channelings that have taken place in November and December, and our next one is going to be, here in January. It's the third Sunday of the month at 7 p.m. Central Time. And you can join live. You can put questions through ahead of time. You can catch the replay. And you can find all the info at spiritschoolonline.com, and I'll put the link below. And that offering is called the Council of Light Live Connections. And then I've combined that offer with the energy healing work that I do at the school every month on the second Thursday. So if you want to do like the healing session and the Council of Light, it's such a good combo because you're getting all these activations, cleanses, and by the way, January's next level. Actually, December and January's healing session, like none other. Just the information that came through with it, the fine details, the tunings. Like January's is probably my favorite so far because there was a lot of depth to it and a lot of information coming through while they're working on the body. And that's the healing session. So if you want to do the healing session and the Council of Light, then I've combined it into the Light Connections membership where you get that plus all the recordings and all of my messages from the Council of Light since 2018. So there's like library and library and library of healing sessions and meditations for activations and cleanses, and then hours of guidance from the council. And so the way I'm thinking is like if you're just having a day and you want to pop something on, just intuitively go in and listen and see and check into it. That is now available and I'm really excited about it. So everything is like building, 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 right? And I love it. So throughout this past quarter and then to now, I've been channeling more and more, and I've also been invited to online events. If you're on the emails, you probably saw those. And so I channeled at a few of those online events and podcast episodes. I just did one today. And every time I learn something, even if it's the same theme or main topic, because right now, which this is what I want to share, some of the highlights that they're always like give another little nugget, like another little gem of wisdom. So I want to definitely chat about what's coming up this year. And this is information that it's compiled. It's from the Council of Light and the channelings. It's from the themes that I'm seeing in themes I am seeing in the one-on-one sessions. And then also in my Spirit School Sacred Healer Circle, which is my mentor group for those who take this work like seriously and actively are utilizing their gifts and taking classes or really wanting to learn the depths of it. So it's aimed towards those who are practitioners or who are training and they're at the advanced classes. And so if you're interested and you wonder if like this would be for you, let me know. Or you can fill the form out and check it out at spiritschoolonline.com. It's the Sacred Healer Circle. And we meet twice a month and then we have a private chat. So there's a lot of in depth there. Like I thought initially, oh, we'll meet for an hour. It'll probably go 90 minutes. It always goes 2 hours. So if you can make it, you can. But if not, the replays are there. So this is where this information that I'm going to share with you is coming from. Like all of these golden nuggets and moments of light and wisdom that are shining through from your team, from our ancestors, from the angels, from the council. It's like everybody is sharing this. And then a lot of other intuitives that I've been chatting with, they've been having some of the same messages come through also. So, the number one thing that's like a main focus that I'm seeing is ancestral healing. And they talked a little bit about this. I think it was Mateus channel gone through, but some of the other ones did too. And one of the things was like healing 300 years into the past so we can heal the energy on the earth from today, 300 years in the past and 300 years into the future. So that was like a broad umbrella that I saw that came through. And then also, my team has been sharing in the one on ones and my own channelings about ancestral healing. Now, okay, One second here. My heater just turned on. I want to turn it off because I don't know if it's making noises in the background, but I know that my goal is to not have to do too much editing. And we're keeping this in. We're flowing today. We are keeping this in. So, turning off my heater. Okay, but I want to share. If you've been wondering, Amy, what's happening with your TV show? I will tell you, it has been sitting there waiting. And the council says, wait no more. So I'm going to be releasing it in February, which was the date they told me, anyways. But I thought we might be live on Roku and Fire Stick and all of that. And the network is still working out some bugs behind the scenes to get it on all the platforms. So the network is newrealitytv.com. And my show on the network is the Spirit and Soul Healing Show. It's all video. Now, season two are healing sessions. And I'm not even gonna try and like save face or hold back. These started in March. It'll be almost a year once they are released. Are you kidding? What is going on? But yeah, I guess that's how it works. It's been a full year. So if you can see me on video, I'm raising my hand. If you can't see me, I'm raising my hand. Okay. I did everything on my own. I recorded it, edited it, produced it, like all of it. So it took time and I loved it. It was a part of my healing. That's what I did all through the summer. I sat on my back deck. I'm surrounded by natures. I have an app that tells me the birds and they sing to me every day. And I think I've got like 15 to 18 different types of birds in one day. It's been amazing. My heart, my mind, my body, everything has been healing so much. And in those messages, what I'm going to share with you, you'll find when you watch season two, a lot of like, wow, was this soul healing through the ancestral lines. And this is like, think about you today and you go back in time to a past life. Let's do a past life. Okay. And then you're healing that past life. And so the body and the soul of that past life gets healing. And then that trickles backwards and forward in time. So you can literally be healing other family trees. But also, if you're in this body and you go through your family tree, you're doing the same thing. You're just going along the stream of physicality rather than spirit energy. I'm not going to give it all away, but there's some cool things that happen in season two. And so I won't tell you who or when or where. You'll have to just, go with the ride like I did. Because when I'm channeling, I don't know. I just go with the flow. It's like I'm in the movie with y'all too. And it's cool to see the beginning and then the end, tie it all together. But I've had some sessions where it ended up being that they were actually incarnated in the same family line. So when they went back and healed like 300 years ago, let's say, it actually has a direct effect on their physicality and their family today and their soul. So that was really cool. We talked about it a little bit last month with the Council of Light because they were speaking about this. And one of our community members, our participants in the chat was asking, they were saying, oh, I thought that you always came back in with the same family line, that the same soul comes through the same over and over family tree, and that it's not the case. So it can be, but not always. Like I've seen my past lives and I've been every ethnicity and gender, lived in all parts of the world, and that just wouldn't make sense because I'm a Caucasian female today. And I promise I haven't always been a female or Caucasian. So it like doesn't, it doesn't always, it's not always, but for some it might be. And that's what I love about channeling because we learn so much. And the one thing I've learned is that there's no one size fits all. Like there's very, very minimally are there strict rules or black and white, right? So wanted to share that when we're talking about ancestral healing, I have been called, this is like, I can feel it in my heart. It's like a little scary. It's like a little, have to like push past this trepidation or feeling to even say it out loud, but I am because they've guided me to. I've been called to do some type of small group healing. And it won't be one healing. It will be like a program. Like you'll think about it like on repeat. I haven't sat down with spirit and got the full structure of it, but it will be ancestral healing because I went through a deep ancestral healing when I lived in Houston spontaneously as I was preparing to move here. I was packing my house up and my husband had already moved. And so I had a lot of quiet time. And I started bringing my thoughts and awareness to my ancestors and just could feel them around. And it was interesting. Like I was, just like you have daydreams, like the information and energy and thoughts would just come in. And I was thinking about all my family, my ancestors. I had no idea why. So then I went to my healer and she's like, oh my gosh, all these people are here. And she described them. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my ancestors. And we did some healing there that I'll keep private unless you're in the class or the group. And then more and more, like there was another incident that happened here that was another deep layer to that. But when we talk about ancestral healing, we're going to go back and really unwind contracts, agreements, and oaths. And we're going to work with the trauma that could be stored in all the dimensions. So the intellect, so the energy body of the mental field, the consciousness of the emotional body, physically and energetically, quantum level. That's what I'm seeing when I say that. Quantum level healing is what I'm hearing from Archangel Metatron and Gabriel. And when I say that, it's like I can see the whole aura lit up, this holographic light, and it's humming. And there's little tiny like dots, like little tiny dots of light glowing. It's not sparkles, but you could think of it like that in the aura. And those are the points where the light connects and communicates. So I'm going to offer that at some point. And of course, the more interest that I have, the faster it will be brought to into fruition. So after February, though, at least, because I've got the expo coming up. I don't want to start anything else before then. But ancestral healing is number one, top of the list, completely a top of the list that's been coming through for me for 2026. And then the second thing is the guides are like, they're just like, stop waiting. Like, why are you doubting yourself? If you have a calling, if you have a desire, if you have an interest, if you have a skill, if you have anything like pulling you over and over again, like, why are you holding back? If there's something that's holding you back energetically, let's clear that. Let's work through that. And you can come to the healing sessions at Spirit School. It's a great way to work through the energy, like a fraction of what it would be for a one on one session. And you get so much light, and the messages that they bring through are just amazing. So if you're feeling blocked and stuck, like, get a session, a one-on-one, or join a healing and get that energy moving and releasing. So they're really saying that it's not a masculine way of pushing through. It's not a masculine way of saying, oh, I have to do this, put it on the calendar and schedule it. It's more like a knowing in your body, in your energy. It's like, what are you waiting for? Activate. Like start honoring and knowing your truth. Start feeling the light of who you are. Hum and vibrate and like walk throughout the world like that. If you know what I'm talking about and you're not doing this, come on. We need ya. Seriously. If you don't know what I'm talking about because you've never experienced that, then come and get some activations. Let's chat about it. Like, let's bring the light into the body. And that's what it's about this year. Because the more that you bring the light in, that's going to assist you today, who you are. It's going to amplify your soul gifts and your mission. And it's also going to help your ancestors because it's just how it is. There's a lot of focus on that right now. So I have the Council of Light here. They're wanting me to remind you all of my book. Okay. So in the years of 2014, maybe 2013, I trained as a past life hypnotherapist, and I also have my first two regressions, my past life regression and my life between life regression. Then I trained as a hypnotherapist, and in that trainings, I had so many trades, and I've recorded all the information That's when I found out what a star seed was. That's when I asked about my other lives as a healer and my gifts here working with DNA. Like that's my go-to. So in 2015, I released a book co-authored by my friend Connie Parker. We had so much in common, both nurses at the time, and I'm no longer nursing, but it's a good memory. So, both nurses at the time, both hypnotherapists, and we met in our class, and we both have this lean towards spirituality. And because our hypnosis class was every kind of hypnosis. So we both had this lean towards spirituality. And then we trained together with the Newton Institute for the life between life and the past life healings. So we would do a lot of trades basically. And in 2015, I was doing a trade for her. Oh, wait, rather 2014. And this was right before I moved to California. And I think I was moving like in 3 months or 2 months or something, like really close. I knew we were going to be moving. And we had this really wonderful session where I hypnotized her and took her back. And so much information came through that like really blew my mind. I remember walking on the soccer field with my husband while our son was playing soccer that day. And I was like, I can't even put into words. Like, this is crazy what I just like learned. It makes so much sense, but I never heard it before. I never thought about it before. And so that first hypnosis session, which there are at least four that we had, and then some other ones I talk about in my book. They talk about like what it is like incarnating and what it is like as a star seed incarnating and what is the star seed like an element, not the soul, but the energy that we carry. And I never even thought of it that way. Well, in 2015, when I moved to California, I transcribed all of my regressions and Connie's. And I'm really grateful that I took typing in like elementary school and I'm pretty fast, I think. I think I do pretty good. So I'm just listening and I'm typing away. And I tell you what, if we had what we have today, my life would have been so much easier. Now I can just put it through a program and it transcribes everything. I didn't have that back then. But in 2015, I'm grateful because I could soak in all the information and energy I learned as I'm listening back. But we released messages from the councils, and it was our first book of the Star Seeded Ascension series. If you're on video, I'm going to show you something. So here we go. Okay. I have a new cover. And what I'm showing those on video is that this is the proof. And it has right across one of the most beautiful parts of the cover where it says, not for resale. Like, okay, this is how they send it to me. So I'm just now working out this alignment of the spine on my third copy. Then all of a sudden the cover image shifted. I think it was just a glitch of the printer. But within a couple of days, I'll have the next one, and then the book will be ready in print. And right now, you can get the Kindle version, and I'm working on the Audible version. So as I was editing the Audible version yesterday and the day before, all these messages were pouring in that I'd forgotten about. And the one was like, it's the part about my incarnation before this life and my goals working with the DNA with the family. And I'm going back like, 10, 11 years ago, I guess. And it was like, oh my gosh, the information that they said, they have predictions and like aspirations for me today. And I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, I'm doing that now. I'm really doing that. That's so crazy. Like all this stuff, I'm doing this now. This was before I channeled the Council of Light. And in this book is when I met a council, three councils, Connie's main guide council of 12, my personal council, which is 13. So there's 12 council members, and then my higher self. That was a trip when I met my higher self. That's in the book. And then this collective council that makes a figure eight. And I have a feeling like they might, I don't know that the Council of Light's the same energy. I don't think it is. but it's what led me to thinking about councils, and they introduced me to the Council of Light. That's how I feel today. And these are just words in human structures. So I'm not sure. Is it important? I don't know. But this is what got everything going. So this book talks about DNA, ancestral healing, and a lot more. But since we're talking about ancestral healing, they were saying, let them know about your book. And I'm also going to let you know a special that I have. So I'm offering this to those that are coming to the expo. And if you can't come to the expo, I don't want to leave you out. So if you purchase any of my books and leave a thoughtful, kind, legit, authentic review on Amazon, then I have a gift for you. So if you purchase from today till February 22nd, so, well, let me backtrack. If you purchase from January 11 to February 22nd, so I'm going to go back a few days to when the Kindle came out, messages from the councils or activating the star seed. Both are in the star seed ascension series. You can do print, you can do ebook, and you can do audiobook. And then you leave a review and send me a copy of your purchase between February 22nd and January 11 with a copy of the review, like a screenshot of the review on Amazon. Then for these two books, I am gifting the activation series at Spirit School, the Starseed Activation series. Now, my goal has always been as like a light activator to help you connect with your own soul truth and your own soul light and your own team and spirit, and like help you to feel confident and comfortable getting there. In my trainings, I had mentors hold spaces for me and help vet the energy and invite in energies so I could get used to the pure, true energies and feel that conscious, like high frequency connection. And so in this offering, that's what I've done. There are 7 modules, and each one I bring in a star race, and then the last one is the Council of Light with dragons. Because if you're a star seed, you have a dragon. And chances are, if you have a dragon, animal guide, family member, soul level friend, chances are you also are a star seed. So, the purpose of that is to like bring in the energy, and it was so beautiful. It was recorded in a group experience, and there's a couple of the star races that surprised me. Like it just brought tears to my eyes. So I started to find out that I have these connections that I really wasn't even that aware of at the time. And so that's what it's about. There's short transmissions where you can feel the energy and see if what it feels like, if it feels familiar, if it has a resonance with you. So that's my gift. If you purchase one of these books and leave a review, which I don't know, it's so important. Reviews are so important. I barely ask, and so stepping up and out of my comfort zone. Thank you for letting me just ask. So I'm grateful for any of the positive support that you guys give. Okay, next. Okay, so next we have the Ultimate Guide to Channeling. And all 3 of these have been bestsellers on Amazon. And this Ultimate Guide to Channeling is such a favorite fun book. So if you have in print, you'll see all the artwork in here that was commissioned especially for the book. And I had a vision and shared with Anna. She's the artist. And if you ever see the painting on the wall behind me, that came from the book here. So here it is actually. In the book, it's more digital. On the wall, it's oils. Yeah. So with this book, if you are new to my work and new to this book and you want to pick up a copy, either 3 mediums, print, ebook, or Audible, from January 11 to February 22nd, and you send in that review, I have something really awesome at Spirit School. So this was something that I had reserved for those who did the pre-orders. And I think the book's been out. How long has it been out? Wait, hold on. Time out. I don't even know. Has it been 3 years? We're coming up on a anniversary. I feel like it released in February. Hold on. February of 22. So yeah, oh my gosh, wait, 4 years. Stop. I tell you, where has the time gone? It doesn't even seem real to me because this book still feels so like viscerally vibrating and alive and active. It feels so new. I'm like, wait, it's been that long. But I guess, even when I tuned into messages, it's so timeless. So, anyhow, okay, so that means that this offer has been like kind of at spirit school hanging out there. Um, but now I'm gonna gift it again. So you have a few weeks, soak in as much as you can, give a review. You don't have to finish these, but like give your honest, review of what you get through. And with this one, it's going to be this package at Spirit School. It's called the Q&A for channeling and the 444 meditation. So it's a 90-minute workshop where I answer all these questions on channeling and go a little bit more in depth and talk a little bit more than what's in the book. And then a meditation that turned out to be 44 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm telling you, spirit, it's amazing. So, that meditation is to help you shift your energy and let go of what you don't need and clear and prepare and strengthen your frequency to connect with your team to then channel if you so choose to channel. If you don't want to channel, that's okay. It's still going to like shift your world and create miracles. So, one of my beautiful friends, I don't know if I can say her name, but we had a session. So, I want to keep it private. She just had a session with me last week. And the reason, because she's been on my podcast and the show and everything. So if I say her name, you're going to recognize. So I'm going to keep that. Um, she was just sharing, like, Amy, I'm doing this meditation now. It's been years and I got called back to it, and how it's really, really helping her right now. And she's actually working with the ancestors. And she said that in that meditation, which I don't remember it, like it was channeled, I should go back and listen. But there's parts in it that talk about releasing contracts, like clearing this, clearing that, asking spirit to infuse it with light. So she said that she did this meditation years ago and now she's revisiting it again, and it's going deeper and deeper and helping with this, transition she's in. So this is a beautiful meditation. And then you have the workshop, and then la da da, hooray. I just was looking at it, and there's even a bonus on there, another hour workshop on channeling. So that's the gift with the channeling book. Okay. That's a lot, but it's exciting. And I'm so excited to share it all with you. So then let me see what messages of love I can share. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. So today I channeled the Council of Light for 10 minutes on Helen's podcast. So our beautiful guest here, Helen Yi Flynn, she has her own podcast, and it's the Aura Evolution podcast, I think. I'm probably getting it wrong. Hold on. Okay, just yeah, hold on one second. We're gonna find it. So she's the author of the Aura Color Wheel, and amazing author. And her podcast, she had me on a special one today. She's having me on in a couple of weeks. Her podcasts are filmed live and they're streamed on Mondays to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And then they are released on Audible or audio formatting on Tuesday. So I'll be back on again at the end of the month for like the official interview. Today, we talked about the energy of the new year and what to expect and what can help you. So here I'm on her page. Okay. Yeah, the Aura Evolution podcast. Is that what I said? I think I did. I think I got it right. So super exciting. So today I channeled a brief intro from the council. And what I'm going to do is here in a moment, I'm going to insert my piece into today's episode so you can hear their messages. Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you for the invite and for sharing with everybody an introduction here. Hi, everyone. If we haven't met, I'm so excited to be here. Helen and I, whenever we get together, we just like smile. The energy is so synergistic and we realize we have so much in common. It's a great, great connection. And today we're going to bring through a lot of different tips and things like exercises potentially, yes, to assist you through the year to align your energy. And as a channeler, I like to work with the Council of Light to bring through information. And this is a beautiful collective of star beings. They're here to help humanity and the ascension on earth. And I go into what is called physical channeling. So they'll come through. I'm not quite sure what they're going to talk about today. And this is one of my favorite parts, is to see what messages they have for the group. And I will channel a little message, and then we'll come back and we will, like Helen said, take questions and review some of the really beautiful opportunities and tips for the year. Okay, so it just takes a moment. I'm actually working with them to hold more light. And last time I channeled a couple weeks ago, they came in really fast. So we're working to regulate the intro. And this is good because I'm going to be channeling in February for a large group. So give me just a moment. We'll see if it's a slow or smooth intro. But one second. Okay, I'm connecting in, and I just invite you all to take a nice breath. Relax and let the light of spirit flow through and support you. Okay. Yes, we are here, and it is a very joyful opportunity for us to be here with you today. Greetings, friends. What a delight. We come today with happy hearts. We are smiling in the ethers. We feel a lot of joy and elation. We are the Council of Light, and here in a space beyond your time, we come through the interdimensional bands and frequencies. We come into your realm and reality. And as we are here in our space, dear ones, we see the light. We see the light that you are shining. We see the light that you are emitting across your planet. Dear ones, this year of your time will be a beautiful opportunity for you to anchor your light more and more in your body. Bring your soul frequency into the physical vessel, healing through all timelines, your ancestral traumas, repattern the programmings, bringing this essence as if it were liquid light into the physical body and into your DNA, dear ones. We are here to share that more and more, and many of those beautiful light beings who are here on the planet, we are speaking of you, dear ones, if you are hearing our voice, are being called to step through a veil of uncertainty. You are being called this year to level up, to feel the frequency and that vibration in your heart, and to love upon any doubt, and to grieve and heal and release any guilt. We want you to witness the emotions as they come through, love the emotions, and let them be on their way, dear ones, because you see, some of the thoughts, the feelings, propensities, your emotional states of consciousness are not only your own, but they are coming in through the DNA from your ancestors, dear ones. And some of these emotions and thoughts are from other life realities of yours as a soul. But this year of your time, it is a focused opportunity to heal family lines, to work with your ancestors, to release and bring more light upon the planet. So as the thoughts and emotions come through, we encourage you to give love and prayer and blessings to your ancestors and to these frequencies, letting them lift into the higher states of consciousness. You can visualize it going up into the sun, up into heaven for healing, peace, and transmutation, dear ones. Now, what this will do for you is you will become a clear vessel. You will begin to lighten and brighten the physical body. You will begin to feel your perspective, your perceptions, the way that you view and that you move and how you are being in the world becomes more peaceful for you. You will have more clarity and more spiritual discernment, dear ones. The frequencies that will be coming to you that have a message for you will be coming in time to give you an opportunity. They will be coming, as you say, as a premonition, days in advance. Your intuition will know. You will be given messages, and you will not be caught off guard, dear ones. And this is an opportunity for you to find peace within yourself, to hold light within your body as you are aligning your chakras and your auric frequencies and working with the colors of your chakras and your aura. And we are saying liquefying any frequencies that are not to your highest betterment. Release that out and let the new frequencies fluidly flow within, dear ones. It is like a bolus of how shall we say? It is a bolus of, you would call it herbal essences. Uh, some may say medication. We do not use those words, but it is a bolus of nutrition to the light body and to the beautiful frequencies within your chakras. The sparkling light will come in and it will soothe and nourish your soul, dear ones. The more you are feeling the light of your soul, the stronger you will feel compassion for mankind. And the more compassion for mankind, the more forgiveness and the ability to release the past. And as you let that go, and the more light of your soul is coming in, you will find yourself in a space that feels like home. You will be present within the body while also consciously connected to your spirit soul self and hearing and feeling and knowing messages from spirit. Your clair gifts will enhance. This is a beautiful opportunity for you, dear ones, because not only will you have the immediate shifts in advancement and feel and notate the experience has brought through much joy and much betterment for you in the now moment, the day, the week, the month, the year, but also, dear ones, the work you will be doing this year will expand through time and space. So, we are the Council of Light. We are very delighted to share these messages with you. We always have more to share and to say, but we will be respectful of the time. So, we are going to prepare to leave the physical body, and we invite you to meet with us at another time of your choosing, dear ones. One moment, please. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity. And we are sharing many greetings of love, abundance, grace, and beauty for your year ahead. We are preparing now to leave the physical body. One moment. Okay. Yay! You're welcome. Good. I gotta adjust my eyes. The sun is coming in. But yeah, it feels really good. I'm excited. I knew we were working with ancestors this year, so that's exciting to hear them share a little bit more, like explaining the complexities of it and how it will happen, like how the stages support us and go through time. So, I also want to share because they're really close by. Archangel Metatron's a great archangel for this. He works with timelines. Archangel Ariel also works with time in a different way. And then you have Zadkiel and Jeremiel. So these four, and then maybe like I like to kind of sometimes feel completion with five. So maybe you have a guide or an angel that you feel called to work with. You can invite them in. And that's a great group to assist with this work for the year. So, what else I want to share? The other thing they've been talking about is eating healthy and foods with color to support you. And then Helen was talking about from the Chinese New Year and the astrology that she studies and feng shui, that the colors for the year are like a pearl white with gold, which you can't really see, but a lot of like my decor behind me is that. And in our house, I have a lot of pearl white and gold. And it's so amazing. I'm like, wow, that resonates. And then also at Spirit School for this month in our energy healing, there was a lot of info coming in for the year. So we worked through the energetic body and the physical body with the organs, with energy that really needs to be released. And it was a gentle guiding through all of it. And then they were saying that one of the places for many is blue. That blue is going to be the color for healing the chakras in the body. So if you feel called to the blues, the golds, the pearl colors, like there's a reason for that for your spiritual, physical healing. But they also were sharing specifically this month, eating some fruits. It was pineapple, tangerines, and strawberries, and I'm hearing watermelon right now, and kiwis. And so getting a lot of like the vitamin C in is something that's important. So the next thing they want to share is the importance of having, when you're just a human, like everybody should drink enough fluids and get electrolytes and nutrition, but especially when you're channeling, because it helps the energy move through the body so it doesn't get congested. It helps it flow. So it's a fast flow, and then it supports the physical body. So the messages for the upcoming season are ancestral healing, healing through timelines with your own soul energy, uh, stepping up, like recognizing how amazing you are, your gifts. Like it's time to share. It's time to share your gifts, whatever way that is. It can be, like they mentioned at the beginning, just filling with light and walking out into your neighborhood. There you are, but being conscious and active with your energy and not overdoing it. So making sure like you have your moments of respite and care. So they wanted to share those messages. And then I'm inviting you to join me with the Council of Light and the healing sessions at Spirit School. When you first join, if you sign up for the soul, well, that's something different. If you sign up for the Light Connections membership, then you will get a discount for the first month. I believe it was $44. And that's to help those that are in the energy session to transition over. So it's really awesome. Like 44 for the first month, and then it goes to 68, which is an amazing deal to be in the energy and have access to all the information from the past that will support you. So I feel like I'm leaving something out. There's something else in there that's a great, a great gift. I just like to share it all. I really do. So I'm inviting you to join the Council of Light with me at Spirit School. And I'm also inviting you, if you can make it, to come to the expo, because there's so many of you that we worked together or we have not. But I know there's a lot of you that I would love to meet. And I hope that you can make it, and it would be amazing. So I will plan to see you in February. And thank you so much, beautiful friends. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you here. And if you're looking for and continued inspiration from the council, you can catch the little clips on my socials at TikTok at Amy Sikarskie, YouTube at Amy Sikarskie. And then when you come over to Instagram, it's on, all of them are on the Council of Light Instagram page. And some of them I share at Amy Sikarskie, and some I share at Spirit School Magic, but that's where you'll find it. So thank you so, so much, beautiful. And also stay tuned for February's Spirit and Soul Healing TV show. We're counting down. Yeah, this is a good one. It's fun. I did a lot of really beautiful visuals to put together the visions I was seeing. And I think this is like one of the places where my heart really, really shines. I just love working with people, and I love sharing the healing sessions and feeling that support from spirit and being the channeler and a witness to it and holding space. So thank you all for the light that you're sharing on the planet. I appreciate you so much. If you're hearing me, if you're here and you hear my words, this is for you. And I know that it's not always the easiest, but it's amazing time on earth, because when we move through those energies and come out on the other side, it's like there's no going back. Once we heal it and clear it and release it, then you've just made these huge shifts through time. And like I just hear clapping in the ethers. Your team is so happy and supported. They're so supportive and they're so happy for you. And there's a big congratulations at the soul level. So thank you so much for being here. Please give a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Leave a review on any of the Audible apps for the podcast. You can leave the stars or a review. And if you're on Spotify or if you're on YouTube, you can also leave a comment. So, all right, love, have a beautiful evening. Feel free to message me any questions on the platforms, or you can email me. All righty.